Alright, hello everyone, we're back. So today we're gonna be day 4 and I'm here with my one and only partner, Nurse S'mores, aka Nyashi, aka Jafet, whatever name you want to call him. Hello there.
Hello and welcome back. Today is, in fact, the 4th day here of the Identity V Manor regulars. We're now actually just down to 4 teams here, and today we are going to see one team finally secure that grand final spot here between Team AR as well as Team LSN.
Yup, and we also later will have the match between Team AL and Hot Pot to see who is going to continue to advance their way through the lower brackets and who will end their journey at 4th place. So on to today's schedule, we have 2 PM match at AR versus LSN, and 8 p.m. Hot Pot versus AL because somehow Hot Pot and AL cannot make it and they requested at 8 p.m., meaning that it's more work for us staff. Shakes my head in disapproval. So I'm shaking my head in disapproval. But yeah, so basically after the 2 p.m. match, because we, like, I guess with all our staff agreed that it'll be a bit not fun. So after the first match, we're gonna probably have 2 exhibition matches where Sneaky and I are gonna go up to hunt against the AR and LSN Survivor. Just, have some fun before we end the stream.
Exactly. I'm gonna be excited just commentating those matches. But yeah, I mean, before that, I guess we should just look right into these teams here, right, John?
Yeah, so hold on, can I talk for a bit? I think I got it wrong.
Ooh, okay. But I mean, for both of these teams, they've done an impressive job trying to get to the winners finals here. From AR, a very impressive showing against Team AL, and it was honestly no contest. Meanwhile, for LSN, a completely different path there. They went overtime against SOQ. So, I mean, they definitely had a lot of difficulties, but somehow, some way, they have managed to make their way here to the winners finals, hoping to maybe get the win here against AL, or rather Aquarius.
Yeah, but
so
it'll be an uphill battle because Aquarius is literally like full of members who played in Koa and before, so it's definitely going to be a huge challenge to Team Lunasomnia here.
Agreed.
Okay, so I can show it now, yeah. So moving in for the first team, we have Aquarius with Kuga, PP, Miaopai, Yush, and Hushan, which Miaopai and Kuga were hunter players in different Koas, but now they're here as survivors. And you can do the honors for... Oh my goodness, why God... Basically, I don't know why it keeps downloading the wrong file, because I swear I tried to download Lunasomnia, but downloaded SOQ for some reason.
But okay,
give me a moment. I'll let you know when it's on screen.
All right, but yeah, I mean, just going back to Team Aquarius here, I mean, one thing that is worth mentioning, just everyone here has been to Koa, if I'm not wrong. I mean, we've seen Kuga play Hunter, he's played Survivor in Koa 8. We saw PP with Team Sky in Koa 8. We saw Yush, I think, Koa 7, right? And Miaopai is a Hunter.
It's on screen.
Backing, as well as Heshen. And now we are going to see here Lunasomnia. Now, there's a lot of players here, so I'm going to try to go for each and every one of them. We have that Asian Wolf. We have Kishi, Ame, Chokoganji, Garbage Hag, Cosmos, Kai, and ES. And I mean, this is a very large roster here from the side of Lunasomnia.
Yeah, that definitely, meaning that they can pull up more potential cards when needed. So I think that Lunasomnia definitely will have some ground to cover, seeing that they're up against Koa survivors and all. So this will be interesting to see how this plays off. And wait, Sneaky's not in the call, so I have to tell her through the Discord.
Yeah. So, I mean, we are going to be seeing here Heshen is going to be hunting first here. So Aquarius wanting to make use of Heshen, and I mean, I feel like we've discussed it before, but Heshen, one of the best, if not the best, Southeast Asian hunter at the moment. We saw a bit of that skill from the IVL training camp that he was actually on. So, you know, for Heshen, I mean, bit of a lax here, but again, as you've mentioned, Alison's kind of playing an uphill battle. Is now we are going to see Heshen banning these 2 survivors here at Moon River Park. It's going to be Seer and Antiquarian.
Yeah, so give me a moment as... the screens are all going wrong today, but anyways, yeah, Seer and Antiquarian is Moonlit River Park. So Moonlit River Park in BO1, I mean, there is a high potential it's gonna be a Goatman because we've actually seen a lot of Goatman in Koa, Call of the Abyss, and also IVL, and also the fact that Hushan did indeed play a Goatman in the first round against AL last week where they 4K'd.
Yup, and so I feel like to an extent the survivors kind of know this. They're going to be picking up Aeroplanus and Novelist. Aeroplanus kind of acting as a potential tide turner use here for this team. Could be one tide turner double here. Novelist also just a relatively decent character. We're also now seeing after that Puppeteer ban, they're finally running a tank character here with the Perfumer.
Yeah, I mean, Perfumer is actually pretty decent in round 1 in general because a perfumer is very strong against the Goldman. It's also okay-ish against the Hula Baloo maybe. And Opera Singer, because the Opera Singer got nerfed, she does not dash that fast, also it's fine. So yeah, Perfumer is actually a decent round 1 pick now if we're thinking about it. So the team comp-wise is shaping up to be good for Lunasomnia, but this is only team comp-wise because you do not know what can happen. And honestly, one thing we already know, like I as a coach can tell you, it does not matter how good like the team comps are or they are in theory. Mechanical skill, because like any good team comp does not save mechanical skills.
Agreed, and I mean, in this game here, it really is a contest of mechanical skill. Especially you're up against a hunter that's just been one of the best we've seen in Southeast Asia. So, I mean, tough battle here for LSN. But I mean, comp-wise, they have picked a comp that I feel like they are comfortable with playing Goatman against. Acrobat is a very interesting pick here, deciding to not go with a conventional rescuer like GK, instead opting to go for a bit of a faster decoding speed here with this team composition. But, I mean, gonna boil down to Hushin here, whether he's gonna play Goatman. He may consider other characters as well, but I feel like, of course, you always want to pick the meta, and that is gonna be the case here.
Yep, it's going to be the Goatman to nobody's nobody aka our my team's hunter surprise. Nobody here surprise. Anyways, yeah. So first of all, I think Novelist will end up be the weak link. Like Novelist is strong against the Goatman if they do not bring excitement. But if they do bring excitement, then Novelist is like the breaking point of this team, because one excitement, one hit, and then bam, Novelist would go down.
Yep, and we are seeing here the area select in this team for Team LSN now, and I'm actually really surprised with the way they're running this area. So like very unconventional, at least when it comes to Goatman. This is an spawn point that we do see more often in other hunter cases, but this is not a Goatman spawn. You usually want to spawn within the pallets because you don't want to be up in open space against a Goatman, or else you're just playing the mind game here. Meanwhile, for team compositions, very interesting choice here. They decided to only run one borrowed time with the aeroplanist, so going for that more kiting base or just more utility base traits here, having 12-9 as well as 12-6 here. So I mean, in general, very interesting here from the side of Team LSN.
Oh yeah, very interesting indeed. So I mean, we all know the Acrobat is strong at the last stop, but we have to see that because this is a Goatman, and if you jump out from the last stop, the Goatman can just use an enclosure cage and appear behind you, and bam, that will be a hit. And honestly, like I can see why they only have borrowed time, because against a very strong hunter like Hershen, it may be hard to bring everyone to endgame. So may as well as like there is no like you only can use borrowed time if you have endgame. But first of all, you need to get to the endgame. That's the thing.
Agreed. So I mean, they're opting to go again for that utility. They're having more tides, having more flywheels, even having a suicide build on the perfumer. So I do think that is very interesting. I mean, they're opting to go for more utility, as previously mentioned. As now, this is going to be LSN versus Team Aquarius here. Aquarius playing the hunter, as now he's heading towards Cosmos.
Yeah, so I think this will be a good test on how Cosmos is planning, but he's running out to the pallets here probably because he knows that pallets are one of the only few ways that he can play around with. Gonna hold the cage here, so this is actually a very good cage and gonna severely limit Cosmos to the... Oh! That was a bit of a weird interaction there. I thought something else happened, but is able to get the hit at the last moment, so this is actually not an ideal scenario for Team Lunasomnia, because here the Acrobat's out in the open 9, he's holding the next bomb, but he cannot afford to lift it, and he also cannot afford to drop this cage down before that, or else this will be a whole different story. And there we have it, literally, there goes the down, and literally the save is only 1.5 though, so I think there was definitely a bit of a mind game-ish issue for Cosmos side, and the survivors will have to think how they're going to recover from this.
Yeah, it does seem as if Perfumer's gonna maybe get pressured here by Hessian, as we do see Aeroplanus also gets wanted order, so this is not looking great for the survivors. Luckily for them, Aeroplanus has made that early rotation, and I wonder if he's gonna get a very early hit, so this rescue actually quite early from the side of the survivors. At least they are getting the ciphers decoded here. Cosmos gonna be trying to stall additional time here. Unfortunately, that's gonna be a down. Flywheel comes up, but just to no avail, as now we are gonna see Cosmos trying to die away from the cipher here, trying to stall more time for the survivors to just get their ciphers up and running. And now this is going to be a second down here for Cosmos.
Yeah, and look at the cipher progress. It's only 2.5 ciphers currently, and I mean, they do have novels with the next tide turner, but the thing is that the ciphers are very hard for them to come back from, and I think the survivors here are not familiar with how to work to potentially kite against a very good Goldman, because we can see that they've so far failed to evade any cages, and maybe Acrobat's not the best here, but hold on. Oh, goes for a metaphor swap here to ensure that he goes for rescue, but oh, a beautiful backstep there, ensuring he pulls off the rescue. So Cosmos will be taking the next another backstep and not able to react in time against the Ghostman, especially when you know he has resentment. You don't just run in a straight line, you have to like run and then occasionally turn back in case he tries something. And with that, this ciphers are far behind. We're only talking about like 3 ciphers in total, and 2 survivors are injured.
Yeah, they're trying to go for the heal now, but Perfumer still decoding at the cipher. Hessian may consider to go for him right after, because I do think that both Aeroplanist and Novelist are distance away here. Now, Asian Wolf is going to be making the rotation now, doesn't want to die near the cipher, and Hessian immediately heading right towards his direction.
Yeah, fortunately the Novelist got healed back up, and also there was also like no tinnitus there, so Hushin got confused for where the Asian Wolf is for a split second. But hold on, Perfumer seems to be running straight into the Hunter's face. A bit of an error there though, so oh, there we have it, second Perfume. Forcing out Perfume here, and that is why Perfumer sort of counters the Goatman. And yeah, fortunately for the Perfumer, got the swing right the moment the cage dropped, so that was not a whole damage, which is fortunate here. But this time able to appear right behind of the Asian Wolf before he has an opportunity for the Perfume to get back on. Maybe the Perfumer should have hugged the pallet there rather than running out in the open. And now, oh, beautiful flywheel, wanting to last for longer. Can he though? Not unfortunately, no, but the Perfumer did bot some time, but just would it be enough though?
Yeah, and the problem here is that they died at least one of the ciphers that has significant progress here. So even though he stalled so much time, now he's going to get chaired at this cipher here, and that's not going to be looking good for the survivors. Aeroplane is aiming to maybe go for the rescue here. Kishi trying to decode Fort Stop, but this is also just too close to Hessian here. And I do wonder, these ciphers, I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to just decode enough here, because of the way the ciphers are positioned right now, is now they are going to get the rescue here.
Yeah, but the Perfumer not able to run out because they exhausted all their tide turners, and now I don't see it's highly likely going to be a 4-man situation, because I don't see the ciphers being enough, because Perfumer does not have has 1 perfume to work with, which is not that effective against the Ghostman, and even swapping to abnormal here to kick away the progress to make sure the ciphers will not be enough. I personally felt like that abnormal is not necessary and he could have kept teleport, but let's see how this plays out, as the Goatman will be trying to hit the Novelist here. And oh, let's see, Novelist wanting to block, able to get the block here, just prolong the kite, because time is what they need right now.
Yep, and that Asian Wolf using the last of her perfumes, but unfortunately, that's going to be time run out there, and now that Asian Wolf needs to kite as much as possible here, trying to bait the Hunter. Good stuff here from the Perfumer, unfortunately with no resources though, that's going to be a down, and Aeroplanus might be able to finish the cipher, but they still need a whole cipher to complete here, and both players are injured right now, so this is looking more and more like a 4K from the side of the survivors. Kishi maybe gonna try and pressure the Hunter to go for her instead with that cipher, but now we do see, seems as if he's finally locked on the Novelist here.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that's a very accurate cage, able to just appear behind the survivors every single time in the nick of time there. A beautiful move. So let's see, Hushin, probably no hurry to chair, he knows the last cipher are probably like pretty high or pretty like low in progress, and there's no point. Just gonna like chill around here, wander, try to see where the airplane potentially went. Did not know the airplane is at the other side of the 4th stop. So Garbage Hack here just have to play hide and seek, and maybe to have the Novice bleed out or something, which will be a very long evasion.
Yeah, but I mean, Garbage Hag, I think Hessian might have finally saw that Survivor here, and I mean, Garbage Hag, I'll be honest, from the point of here, doesn't look like he's doing a good job hiding, and unfortunately, that's going to be a down there. Kishi now needs to stall additional time here. He's finally used the exit path, so yeah, making the mad dash here to 2-story to at least kind of additional time. And Hessian seems as if he just knows where the survivors are with the way that he's actually moving. That this is just really mind game sense at its full potential here, as now seems as if he is going to be able to catch on Kishi very soon, and with Tinnitus at range and trails now available here for Hessian to use, we do see he's finally seen the Novelist.
Yeah, oh my goodness, I'm just in awe of how accurate Hessian's cage placements are. Always able to appear like accurate right behind. Novelist wants to draw for more time here, not being able to though, so Novelist gonna go down, and NSC probably just gonna go back and try to search the aeroplanist because he's the only one with exit path remaining, but it will be very hard for him to get. It will be very hard for the aeroplanist to evade for Novice to bleed out though, because that's like a lot of time to go through.
Yep, and it does seem as if he's gonna be able to see Garbage Hag here, so this might already be a 4K from the side of Team AR. Does see, it seems as if, yeah, he's finally seen the aeroplanist there. Doesn't even use self-heal there. He was like 98% if I was right. So that is going to be a chair here on the aeroplanist. They could try and maybe crawl towards dungeon, but I mean, this is just not, very possible here from the side of survivors. And considering this is Hessian we're talking about, I don't think he's going to make such a large blunder that we are going to see a single escape. But yeah, it does seem as if this is going to be a 4K. He's already making towards Kishi's direction here. And GG's actually for Hessian, as they're going to get a huge lead. Yep, finally sees the Novelist there, and that's going to be a chair.
And there we have it. Format in the first round. And honestly, for this one, it's just all accounting to the Acrobat's first kite was not long enough. And then the survivors just never really managed to recover from it because the first kite is a little bit short, and then stuff just did not work in their favor. So yeah, that said the mechanical skill with how to evade Ghostman cages and all, I think for some their survivors not familiar because they often get hit very early into the cage and stuff, which, as I said, against a Goatman, if you see him raising your hand, probably you should run and then occasionally turn back a bit just to make sure that you don't appear like in front of the cage.
Agreed, and I mean, as we mentioned from the start here, it was going to be a game of mechanical skill, and Hessian, absolute masterclass when it comes to that, just not missing cages at all. I mean, he was very accurate with the way he's played this Goatman here, so even though I feel like, survivors could have done better, I think credit has to go with the way that Hessian played here, considering the fact that this composition, not the greatest against Ghostman, especially when you're considering that, Perfumer, Novelist are characters that are in this composition. Still, just good stuff here from Hessian to get the 4K.
Yeah, definitely good stuff. So with that, this will be a 5-0 for game number 1. I will head into a break, and we'll see everyone after the break for the second half of round 1. See in a bit.
Last year, Team BLK, composed of 5 college classmates, faced a narrow defeat against the seasoned powerhouse team SRE, bringing their journey in the CLA preliminaries to an unexpected halt. Now, as the team members graduate and embark on
late nights, bright screens, countdowns begun, dreams and night, we're all in, no turning back, one last chance. We hold on tight, we sink in time, side by side tonight, because the line with hearts alright, we chase the dream, we shine so bright, all feels right. Clock can't spin and time won't slow, every moment drifts and fades away. Now the moment feels past, holding tight. We rise as one under the neon light, chasing the legends, rival glory. We won't fall through the firewall break every step, play move, every risk, we take the lead. We chase the light, breaking all chains, and now clock hands turning, time moves on, all fading, echo cheers are gone. Not just the game, we built a name. We rise as one, under the neon light. Chasing the legend, rival glory, we won't fall through, fire won't fade, we feel the thunder. Hear the call, we won't back down. We were born to rise up, stand on the mission, flames burn, we run. We rise as one. We rise as one, we stand with pride.
Last year, Team BLK, composed of 5 college classmates, faced a narrow defeat against the seasoned powerhouse team SRE, bringing their journey in the CLA preliminaries to an unexpected halt. Now, as the team members graduate and embark on
Late nights, bright screens, countdowns begun, dreams and night. We're all in, no turning back one last chance. We hold on tight. We sink in time, side by side tonight. We cross the line with hearts alright. We chase the dream. We shine so bright, all feels right. Clock can't spin and time won't slow. Every moment drifts, fades away. Now the moment just passed, holding tight. We rise as one, under the neon light. Chasing the legends, rival glory, we won't fall through, fire won't fade. We feel the thunder, hear the call, we won't back down. We were born to rise up, we stand tall and push on, flames burn, we run. Late nights racing fast, yet we won't break every step, play move, every risk, we take the lead. We chase the light, breaking all chains, and now clock hands turning, time moves on, all fading, echo cheers.
And we're back, everyone. So, just a quick recap on the score is 5-0, which Meow Pie completely continues to dominate us, dominate through. So now that we're having it, let's move on to the second half, as it is going to be a different hunter, as ES is going to make his appearance. And ES, what we know about him is that he plays the Evil Reptilian. We see him play around, and Moonin is also decent for Evil Reptilian too. So not the best, but maybe not the worst. So let's see how will ES go for it.
Yep, agreed here, and I think Ford ES now needs to 4K, so a lot of pressure on him, especially considering the strength of the team he is up against. But ES also one of the highest ranked, I believe even higher ranked than Hessian currently in the Hunter leaderboard. So, if there's any Hunter that can do it, it might just be him here. As now we are going to be seeing ES is going to be picking these first 2 bans, and immediately Antiquarian and Knight are going to be out.
Well, the Knight, the Knight, I guess Knight against Evil Reptilian is decent because with the Knight you guess jump. With the technical foresight you cannot jump, and you stay on the ground for Evil Reptilian, aka grounded. Bruh, that was a dumb attempt. Anyways, yeah. Knight can keep the Evil Reptilian grounded on the ground, so yeah, let's see though, because Team Aquarius probably knows it's an Evil Reptilian. Let's see what's their plan. All having Magician and Acrobat, I assume that those are survivors that can use their items when the Evil Reptilian goes for a drop down, and to just instantly get a hit, get away with it. So that is probably the plan of Team Aquarius.
Yeah, because Magician and Acrobat has ways to just kind of immediately jump or immediately use their wand as soon as the drop down does happen. Now, we do see Meteorologists getting banned here from the side of the survivors. So, yeah, I guess just not a big fan of Meteorologists here, as we do see Puppeteer is the next pick here. makes a lot of sense because again he's just a tank hitter, and it's actually really interesting because most of these characters also actually really good against the Goatman, which is the current meta here. Archer getting banned. I'm not sure if they are aware that Archer is not even allowed in the tourney. So
yeah, that's their fault. That's their own fault.
What do you mean Archer ban?
Well,
But
I'm not going to click anything on the screen because they're not even aware that Archer is not available. Deal with
Just
it, it's
gonna
your
be-
own fault.
Yeah, so now first officer is gonna be the last pick here from the side of the survivors, and I mean this is just a very solid team composition. Whether that's gonna be against the evil reptilian, even a meta pick like the Goatman as previously mentioned, I mean this team composition accounts for just about everything, and I feel like in general it's just a decent team to have.
I mean, it's a pretty good kiter comp. Like, one thing I noted with Aquarius is that they like to go for 3 or 4 escapes, and also with survivors that have like a very high assisting capabilities, but this team comp is more of a kiting capability than assisting because they probably accounted for if ES pulls out an evil reptilian. So I assume that the flywheel effect will have a lot in this game, but just because it's evil reptilian and flywheel is good. So yeah, I think that it's really the question of the raw skill, because as we talked about, the survivors can use an item to cancel out. So let's see how well is ES prepared against survivors who already prepared against an evil reptilian.
Agreed, and I mean this composition is not looking great for him, and immediately locks in on evil reptilian, not sparing a second to even consider other hunters, and it makes just so much sense. ES has been the evil reptilian main we've seen this tournament, and even the last. And I mean, for him, he needs to 4K if he wants to keep LSN up and running here and at least draw out this first round, as we do see, yep, that's going to be immediate talent lock here. And I do wonder how they're going to be picking these spawns here. Very interesting, actually, as you mentioned that they were going to bring Flywheel, and that does seem to be the case for the Magician and the Acrobat, but Puppeteer actually running the Tree 9 instead.
Yeah, I mean, the fortunate for the survivors, they do have free borrowed time, so they won't this won't backfire into them endgame. And I'm very curious to how are they going to play out against this evil reptilian, as they probably already know. So I think, yep, it's likely that Magician Meowpie here will be taking the first kite. For Meowpie, he is a hunter player and he played a lot of hunter, so now this will be a good test of how well is his survivor as well.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. Meowpie gonna be taking the first kite despite all other tree survivors actually having Koa experience as a survivor. So Hunter v Hunter, I guess, if you consider it, as now ES needs to try and get this 4 kill to keep LSN tied up in points here.
Yeah, or else they're gonna end up losing round 1. And moving onwards, ES losing his evil reptilian may have caused some issues there. So now that we're at it, Magician will likely be taking the first kite. Probably can, the moment you see it drop down in the palette, use the Magician illusion to go through the palette just to extend the kite out even longer, because Meowpie here likely will only have the God kite at the back to work with.
Agreed here. So now, yeah, ES once again, 4K is a must here. Actually, really interesting, Meowpie spawning at that instead of the conventional first stop. I guess it must be some evil reptilian specific tech that I'm not fully aware of, as we are going to see. It does seem as if evil reptilian, yep, he's actually not going to be going for Meowpie. No, he's going to immediately head towards this. I believe this is the Puppeteer, was it? Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, Puppeteer. And Puppeteer actually in a bad spot, so we forced to use the first Lewis relatively early. And but here ES I think got a bit too impatient and goes for the swing, or maybe presence is just what he wants to begin with. So actually going to trap the Puppeteer around in this corner. Goes for a jump, but Puppeteer already passed through the corner here, and a bit too hasty with that swing though, allowing the Puppeteer to just get away scot-free. And because currently this is like a no presence or zero presence evil reptilian, so he does not have a jump damage, but managed to get the hit through the pallet over there, so is able to force the Lewis down. And oh, let's see, jump down but got negated by the puppeteer skill. Very good usage here from I forgot to gesture PB, but oh, able to evade one more time. But I don't know about you, Nyashi, but the health of this puppeteer is dropping by very fast.
Yeah, and I mean, ES trying to get this down now here. Survivors are being able to decode these ciphers relatively fast as Blink officially comes up. And I mean, Puppeteer, you know, dying here and giving a lot of presence here. But I mean, these ciphers are up and running here. So not too bad of a start for the Survivors. Now they need to pull off this rescue.
Yeah, definitely need to pull off this rescue here. But let's see who is the one going to be. I mean, we do see the Meowpie's Magician coming in, but hold on, ES have to be careful because Meowpie is dangerously close. I think they're going to have 2 survivors to come in just to be safe, maybe? Question mark. But oh, yeah, we have 2 survivors in the vicinity, I guess, just to be safe. Oh, first officer, hold on, misses that though. Oh, but is able to still clutch it off by a few swift movements. That was actually very dangerous because the first officer could have very well failed that rescue. But here, I'm not sure. Does ES like know it's the first officer, or is he trying to force the watch? But if is able to get the knockdown, so this is going to be a double down situation. The question now is, does ES know where did the puppeteer run off into, or will he just go for the first officer instead?
Does seem as if he doesn't know where this Puppeteer is, so now he's actually going to switch here to the first officer. Interesting move here, but I mean, it's still relatively fine for ES. I mean, yes, first chair here for first officer, but the problem is Acrobat gonna be healing up this Puppeteer before going for the rescue. Meowpie is within this vicinity as well. Actually, no, Sawyer deciding not to maybe heal the survivor, recognizing that he needs to get this rescue off, and it's much more important for him. He does have Flywheel to use here, so now ES is gonna be spotting this Acrobat very early on.
Yeah, so Acrobat here, let's see, is he able to pull off? Acrobat can try to slam a firebomb, but this is a mud bomb rather than the firebomb here. Able to pull off the rescue, and let's see, for first officer, drop down, not able to evade it, but ES is hungry for more because he keeps swapping back and forth. I just don't know if that would be the best move necessarily, just because it's no guarantee that he can get Acrobat able to evade it with another mud bomb, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, ES's choice of going here and going there is not working out in his favor.
Yeah, and I mean, Acrobat still has Flywheel to use here, so I mean, he has a lot of resources to potentially try and get a bit more additional time to kite here. Blink is going to be ready very soon here. Does not manage to get the hit through the pallet. Flywheel here is going to be very important here. And we are going to see charge hit there to bait out the Flywheel. That's going to be a down. Unfortunately, again, I mean, he's switching targets once again, and it's like not looking good as Meowpie officially has decoded his cipher. I wonder if he's going to go to the teleport here to maybe go for the Puppeteer. But first officer actually getting wanted order here, so now he's making the switch.
Yeah, but first officer still has a pocket Poseidon watch. Will he use it here, or do you think it's trying to save it for endgame, I guess?
Yeah, and I wonder when is he gonna maybe switch here. He's deciding not to switch just yet here, and they're gonna be able to prime this cipher now, which is gonna be pretty good for the survivors. Meowpie now trying to go for the rescue here, but it does seem as if ES is gonna be able to intercept him right on time, so this is looking a bit bad. Meowpie already using a very early one there, and ES just not getting these hits, so I wonder if he's now gonna try to get the camp properly here.
Yeah. Like little did he know the Acrobat did not have borrowed time there. Oh, but here going to pop it straight away, and we're gonna approaching a 4-man endgame situation. Here, I mean, it's still possible for a tie but hold on, he's now going to switch back onto Meowpie here, like going to switch here, switch there, and even got lost as Meowpie used the illusion. So here he knows that he cannot waste any more time. So going to teleport. Acrobat, let's see, does he have still bombs to use? I don't think he has on his hand right now. Oh, he says one more butt bomb, but unfortunately not able to use it in time. And with that, the Acrobat will be down, and I think the Puppeteer is still in the vicinity, so it is possible for ES to try and chase the Puppeteer down.
Yeah, he could still possibly go for the tie, but with gate open, I believe a 4K is going to be impossible here for the side of ES. Now he's going to try to make the jump towards Puppeteer, but keep in mind, he can still tank one hit here. He is going to get the jump here now, and we do see Meow Pie giving that pallet drop actually to give that speed boost with knee-jerk reflex, and now that's going to be actually a tree escaper for the side of Survivors. So, you know, Team AR with great comms here and just, in general, really good stuff to get that tree escape.
Yeah, 8-1 there. That was that. Yeah, like for Meow, like for ES, him swapping targets constantly, like 3 times throughout the match, is not exactly the best play. And considering that he also should have known the Acrobat had no borrowed time. He saw Tide Turner, he saw Flywheel. Then does he have borrowed time? No, he doesn't. Like that decision making from ES throughout this game is not exactly the best here.
Yeah, and I'm just like very surprised here. A lot of mistakes actually from ES. So I wonder if pressure was just kind of mounting him when he was playing that match, and eventually that caused the tree escape, and all of a sudden AR just an incredibly large lead here.
Yeah, that's an incredibly large lead, huge lead indeed. So this is now not a good scenario at all for. This is now not a good scenario because 8-1. It's going to be very hard to reverse back in round 2 or so. So because you have to win both round 2 and round 3 in order to clutch it back, which will be difficult. So we'll have to see what else does Lunasomnia have up their sleeve. So with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see everyone after the break. See you in a bit.
Last year, Team BLK, composed of 5 college classmates, faced a narrow defeat against a seasoned...
Now watch closely. I'm about to show you the greatest escape back to the world's ever seen. I'm chained by the shackles of my own mind. Struggling to break free. I must find the key. Now watch closely. I'm about to show you the greatest escape back to the world's ever seen. I'm chained by the shackles of my own mind. Struggling to break free. key. Now watch closely. I'm about to show you the greatest escape back to the world's ever seen. I'm chained by the shackles of my own mind. Struggling to break free. I must find the key.
Alright everyone, we're back. I have to keep remembering to unmute myself. Anyways, for the first round it has been an 8-1 with 8-1 in favor of Team Aquarius, because Aquarius here is definitely showing everyone why do they deserve, like why did they all play in Koa, because of them like just scored achieving a lot of good results and not, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they even got tied against throughout this entire tournament, so this is actually very, very impressive. So moving on, it'll be on to Team Lunasomnia to try and think of a way to like break it through, because they have to win both round 2 and round 3 in order to try and catch up the point deficit.
Yeah, and I mean, just losing 8-1 in that first round is really difficult because that's just not a point lead that you can really catch up to in most cases. We've seen that most teams who end up in that deficit, they usually just have to win both round 2 and round 3, as you've mentioned. But it is interesting, as we are going to see SMN, or LSN rather, going to be hunting first, but it's not going to be ES that we're actually seeing. Cosmos going to be appearing for the second time now on stream, as Seer and Antiquarian gets banned here.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, there's a problem with the screen that I'm fixing right now, so may have to wait a bit for the screen to appear. But yeah, Seer and Antiquarian, and oh no, Goatman. I mean, I guess they don't want to see any potential weird stuff, even though I'm not even certain if Cosmos has a Goatman to begin with. So yeah, like I don't know Nyashi, but I don't even know if Cosmos has a Goatman. But now that we're at it, let me just swap to the screen here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, like Seer and Antiquarian are the first two being banned. So you know, like Seer Antiquarian, I think I don't even have much to say because it's like we all know why.
Yeah, I mean, very just standard ban stuff, and it does seem as if we're seeing Fire Investigator and Psychologist ban, or pick rather. So I do wonder if like other prep is suggesting that maybe this is an Ivy, as we do see they were hovering at that forward, but nope, decides to go for the first officer, another decent character against Ivy. So I mean, I'm guessing they're expecting the Ivy here from the side of Cosmos, but I mean with this coordinator ban, I mean Antiquarian as well, feels like this is more likely to actually be the opera singer. Prisoner ban though may just say otherwise.
I'm just thinking here, Yeah, Ivy, it might be Ivy, and actually we know that Cosmos is a breaking wheel main, and there's other psychologists. Maybe it's possible here. Like Nyashi, you also play breaking wheel too. Like, what do you think? Like, I think it's not entirely impossible.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of characters that can be exploited here. I would say that I'd still feel like I'm being a bit more confident with the Opera Singer, but with this Meteorologist now around, I do wonder if Opera, I mean, I think both characters would just work totally fine here. It really just boils down to what character you may be more proficient with. And we have seen Cosmos play the Breaking Wheel before, so I feel like that's very possible here, but Opera also a very decent choice here. I mean, Psychologist is just not too strong against it. And Fire Investigator, it's kind of 50-50 in this map with a lot of areas that you can just kind of block and force the charge hit from that Opera, but I mean, it really boils down here to preference.
Oh yeah, that it boils down here to preference, especially facing against such a proficient team, like such a terrifying team like Aquarius here. You definitely have to think carefully, because if you give up any like weakness, you will get exploited. Like, that's the thing with Top Survivor. You give up chances, they will exploit you entirely. So let's see, Ivy here is not it sort of works, but the Fire Investigator, but no, I think like it's also the survivors can give you a hard time with this team comp, so we're probably looking for something else, and it's probably just like what Cosmos is more familiar with.
Agreed. And I mean, I'm hoping to maybe see Opera or Breaking Wheel here from the side of Cosmos, but again, we have seen some crazy picks with this Hunter here, but we are going to see, I'm going to go with a bit of a more conventional pick, Breaking Wheel. Actually selected here from the side of Cosmos. We have seen Breaking Wheel get selected a bit more frequently now in this meta, and in a map like Chinatown does just make a lot of sense. Breaking Wheel is pretty decent in this map.
Yeah, and also the fact that we know the breaking, like we've seen Breaking Wheel work out in this tournament. There's Psychologists, so I mean this Breaking Wheel selection does completely make sense in the end. But we'll just have to see that first of all, does Aquarius expect it? And second of all, if they're like prepared against a potential wheel.
Yeah, it does seem as if this actually, yeah, this area select does feel like they might just be prepped for it. It does seem as if we are seeing they're kind of spawning at key areas here. One thing that you have to note here is, like, for example, Fire Investigator can just block the Breaking Wheel here at the stairs, because I mean, you can't, you know, break it while you're at wheel form. And meanwhile, you have Meow Pie, who is the Meteorologist, and the Psychologist here. I'm not sure who's playing Psycho. I think is that PP, or I'm not sure. I might be mistaking it, but I mean, they're also just at good kiting areas in general with pretty strong windows, or maybe just the elevation that could just come in clutch here. So I feel like they have this kind of noted down, and yeah, for this Breaking Wheel, it's going to be really tough because the first chase doesn't seem to be relatively easy here.
Oh yeah, the first chase doesn't seem to be easy here, unless he makes it all the way for the Psychologist, but even that's not a good idea. One way to work is to like chase out of the Fire Investigator, and if the Fire Investigator uses an airbag to block, you can just easily transform out of wheel form to hit it, because one thing is that after the buff of the Breaking Wheel, he's much more flexible because of the cooldown decrease and all, so it's entirely possible here.
Agreed. So I feel like either he's going to go for a Fire Investigator, he might even opt to just go all the way to the Psychologist, since I think Psycho Cypher is going to be blocked, so he might need to make that rotation early anyways, as we are going to be heading here LSN Hunter up against Aquarius' Survivors.
Yep, with your caster, one and only caster, Invisible Jong and Yashi. So approaching into the game here, let's see. Oh my, this is a cool skin. So Cosmos will be heading towards Yorin's Fire Investigator, maybe. Let's see. Oh, I think he's actually going to go out of the way to try and find the Psychologist, and the Psychologist is decoding at the hotel though, so let's see, does Cosmos realize it, or will he opt for someone else? Does see the first officer here, but I don't think it's a good idea to go after it just because it's the first officer. And here I think he's just looping around to nowhere. So this is actually a bad early rotation on Cosmos' part.
Yeah, and I mean, they did a really good job actually rotating Meteorologist and Fire Investigator here in this early game, and, you know, Cosmos just failing to see a survivor very early on, as now we are going to see Fire Investigator is going to get chased. He's just not able to get a single spike with both of those speed boosts, and I mean, oh my, you could just see how proficient this Fire Investigator is at actually dodging this breaking wheel. You could see, look at that, just still no spikes here, as now the third speed boost is coming in here for Cosmos, and still no spike. We are seeing Cypher is at 17. At this point, he's actually forced to immediately use the or just get out of wheel form here to maybe try and get hit.
Yeah, oh, and even misses the blink over there. Things are not looking good for Cosmos at all. As I think things are falling apart from him. Cosmos probably getting a very nervous and hasty over here. Is able to finally get 2 spikes, but with the speed boost here, Soil Rain just going to be very. I was trying another airbag to block in the path, but this one is not that effective. So, but still, there's a considerable distance that I don't even know how will Cosmos try to bring it down. Oh, actually gets that one, and finally is able to hit with the trap. So let's see, okay, get towards the airbag. Nope, not able to. 3 ciphers, and we finally have a down, but still this is not good. And I feel like with 2 tight turners, it might very well be a free escape.
Yeah, Cosmos has to play very aggressively here, and now he's going to be heading towards first officer, but actually they're going to be considering a backdoor rescue here with the Meteorologist. Cosmos seems to have recognized that that may be possible here, and does manage to see the Meteorologist now, as we do see 2 survivors actually going to go for the rescue. Does seem as if he's going to break the airbag, but that actually gives Meowpie the chance to go for the rescue here. Does take a hit, but now Cosmos may consider to maybe switch to, gonna switch to wheel form and probably use the snap to try and get Sawyer down.
Yeah, because Sawyer does not have flywheel effect, meaning that there isn't really any way realistically he can try to evade it. But hold on, Cosmos missed the snap there? I think what happened just now was during the window speed boost, Sawyer used it, Cosmos used the snap, which is a bit hasty on his part, because honestly he could have just very well waited until he have a clean line of sight rather than snapping when he did not even know where the Fire Investigator went to begin with. And because of that, he originally is still in position of tie, but now it's very well that it may be a 3 or 4 man escape.
Yeah, we do see Psychologist does manage to get wanted order, but they immediately recognize what they need to make the adjustment on. Immediately brings up the first officer to potentially go for the rescue here. We do see Cypher is going to be primed now, and you know, first officer doing a good job trying to stall additional time to at least get their survivors up on the gate. And we do see that on the Psychologist actually making his way. We do see now Fire Investigator gonna be taking the hit, and that's gonna be an immediate pop here from the side of the survivors. We do see he's actually gonna be making the switch to Psychologist, playing very aggressively here, as we do see 2 spikes now on Psycho, so it's gonna actually be a quick down if you can get this trap, but also Blink is gonna be available here, so wonder if he's just gonna go for the down. Does manage to get the down here on Psychologist, and now question, does he go for the switch or does he go for the chair?
That's dependent though, so let's see, the Thorin is already at the other side of the map, but Cosmos thought that someone is hiding in this corner. In reality, no one is there, and actually there's 2 survivors in this vicinity. Oh my goodness. So let's see, which one is his actual target? Like, first officer here may not be the best move because he's still a Poseidon watch. He should really go back to the Meteorologist and stuff, because that is the side that he wants to guard though. And now he's gonna go back towards the Meteorologist. Even having flywheel effect does not help, because but it's able to evade the wheel during the spike. Not being able to now, but let's see. Yeah,
flywheel is available here for Meowpie. What a great push. Look at the distance that can be made. And now he's not even at snap distance now. I wonder if he's going to go for the snap. He tried to go for the vault, but unfortunately does not go for the vault. And now Meteorologist goes down, luckily. But I mean, it does seem as if they might even try to go for the 4 escape here, because they actually haven't left the game. They're opening the other side now, as we do see Meteorologist is going to get chaired here at the archway.
Yeah, but the issue with that though is it will be hard because they don't really have any assisting items left in play. they don't really have any assisting items. So I think here Cosmos should realize what they're doing and go back to prevent anyone trying any funny tricks here, which is exactly what Cosmos is doing now, just going here, forcing these two survivors to get the heck out to just remove the variables. Fire Investigator will likely escape through the other side, and this will be a free man escape once again here, Nyashi.
Yeah, and for Cosmos, I mean, it was that early chase. There's Soyerin slash Yush really doing an amazing job just hiding. I mean, that was really a masterclass there. I mean, I was very impressed. I mean, he forced 3 speed boosts from Breaking Wheel and still couldn't get a single spike up on this Fire Investigator. So good showing of skill there. But I mean, Cosmos actually had multiple chances he could have possibly come back, and I think the main one definitely was the fact that he tried to go for first officer instead of the meteorologist there, when he could have just snapped the meteorologist and that could have just been it there. But instead, going for the first officer and all of a sudden giving additional time for the survivors to, or for the psychologist to pick herself up and maybe go for the go for the gate or just make a dashing distance already. And I mean, I just feel like here, tough loss here for Cosmos. There were some opportunities, but just could not capitalize on it.
Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. So with that 3-1, now the pressure is back on their survivors to do the same against Hushin. But anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll see everyone after the break in what may be the potential last match here. See in a bit.
Now watch closely. I'm about to show you the greatest escape back to the world's ever seen. Shh. I'm chained by the shackles of my own mind. Struggling to break free. I must find the key. Now watch closely. I'm about to show you the greatest escape back to the world's ever seen. Shh. I'm chained by the shackles of my own mind. Struggling to break free. I must find the key. Now watch closely. I'm about to show you the greatest escape back to the world's ever seen.
Alright everyone, we're back into what if potentially the last match. For just now it was a free man escape once again, so the pressure is on. Now on to Luna Somnia's Survivor to try and achieve a free man escape against Hushen, one of the Koa hunters, which will be very difficult because he got into Koa for a reason, but then this is what the reality is and something that they have to break through from.
Yeah, and they're going to be banning the opera singer immediately. Hashin has been, I believe, the #1 opera singer right now, actually in the ranking, so it just makes so much sense to ban that character. That doesn't mean Hullabaloo and Ivy are available for pickup here for Heshen if he wishes to pick those characters, and I believe he probably has both those characters. As we do see for the survivors, I mean, Tree Escape is kind of what they need right now, but also you have to recognize even if they Tree Escape, an 8-1 deficit is waiting right on 3rd round. So I mean, this is just really tough for the survivors now, as we do see Fire Investigator gets banned, leaning towards potentially the Ivy here, but Barmaid may actually be just enough to ward it off.
Yeah, like this is definitely not the best scenario they want to be in, but it is what it is. Like ideally they have to force escape in order to bring this to stand a chance, because even if you head into the 3rd round at 8-1 is still very rough. So we are going to be seeing more picks and more bans occurring right now. So let's see though. First Officer, Puppeteer, Barmaid, the last one probably needs to be a support role and all that can help in assisting when needed, because like I don't think in this meta selecting a team comp with 4 characters is not good enough. So we're going to be seeing the psychologist, like if Hushen has a Dream Witch or Ivy, this is bad and all, but literally Hushen can just pull everything else, and heck, he can like replicate what Cosmos did just now and pull out a Breaking Wheel on his own as well.
Yeah, he could just say this is how you play Breaking Wheel and maybe go for a tie or maybe even more than that. But I mean, this composition is just too, you know, focus on maybe the Ivy and maybe the Dream Witch, and I guess the Hermit, because I think Hashin also has that character in the cards, but I think it fails to recognize the other hunters that Hashin does indeed have. So I wonder for Team LSN if that was well within their prep here, because now this is not looking super great for them, at least in terms of the composition, and Hashin has so much options here that he can pick.
Yeah, he has a lots of options, and like we did see him with an exhibition match of Fool's Gold last week. Maybe we'll see him play something else entirely. I mean, anything works here as long as it's not something that is too ridiculous or too messy though. So on to the Hunter pick, let's see. We see him with Fool's Gold, what else are we possibly seeing? We may see like the weirdest stuff in this tournament. And oh, call me the seer, as I got it right. Hushen will be playing a Breaking Wheel on his own, and Breaking Wheel is very strong against this team comp. Honestly, like I feel like everyone here, even the officer, if not played right, would have potential of going down fast against the wheel.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, this composition not great against wheel. Good news for them, they at least have multiple flywheels here on their side, so I mean that's one saving grace potentially for this team. But you know, this is just not looking super great for the survivors. I wonder if they're going to replicate the same area select, and it does seem to be the case actually, as we do see the same area select kind of coming into fruition. Very interesting, they put First Officer actually right beside Heshin here towards his right, so I'm very interested to see how the survivors will go here. They need a Tree Escape here. Heshin wanting to maybe send a message here that maybe, you know, this is how to play Breaking Wheel after that Tree Escape.
Yeah, definitely. Here, I'll teach you how to play this. So
exactly, I mean,
yeah, like here, the psychologist definitely have to make a run for it, because Chokoganji does not have anything to work with. He does not even have acceleration Dublin like the barmaid, so he definitely have to be very careful in how he position, where she'll be early game. So now that we're talking about this though, I feel like this team comp will be hard to tie. So it'll be very reliant on the survivors to do a kite of their life because they have no support or anything. It'll all be on their own kiting.
Agreed, and yep, for Hessian, again, all you need is a tie, so not too much pressure on him right now. Meanwhile, for the survivors, a tree escape, hell, even a 4 is necessary to keep this run going.
Yeah, so with that, this is your caster Invisible, Jung, and Nyashi, and we'll see you into the game in a bit.
Yep, we are going to see here breaking wheel now. He's going to be immediately heading into wheel form. Seems as if Choco Ganji might actually be the target of this round, as we actually see that Hessian trying to find this survivor here, but nope, seems as if he's going to be dipping away, and now Puppeteer is going to be the first chase. Very close to getting spiked there, but fortunately for him, manages to just barely miss there, and so now that Asian Wolf going to be taking this first kite here, doing a good job weaving this breaking wheel here, so trying to maybe get one spike at least, and does seem as if he's finally got one here for the side of Hessian.
Yeah, so here, Bahushin is definitely struggling a bit. Oh, and there goes the second spike. And the thing with Puppeteer against the wheel is that you have to use Turn to Lewis prematurely, or else if you get trapped here, then this would not be good, so this is why. But if Hushin is just going to allow this to wait though, this is eventually not good. But Hushin, a beautiful trap there, able to get trap the Puppeteer in between Lewis cooldowns, so that is definitely very good, as it like reduced the potential kite massively. And now the survivors are not in a good position, because the thing with breaking wheel is that the first kite must be good, because if the first kite is very bad, then it'll be very hard to come back from, because the breaking wheel's ability to snowball is very, very strong, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, now Cosmos might actually get double spike here, so not looking good for the survivors right now. He is going to try to get the this amazing trap actually there from the side of Hessian to get that double down. This is looking really bad. Puppeteer actually used flywheel. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but that means that, Hessian can just kind of get this max person scot-free, use the snap, and that's going to be a double down here. Hessian doing an amazing job actually to try and swing the momentum to his side. 2 ciphers are officially done, but with no more tide turn, I mean, Puppeteer is going to get rescued and be able to use Lewis for a bit, but eventually he may finally just fall down, as we do see Chahaganji making his way here towards the chair.
Yeah, so yeah, let's see. Chocoganji have to come in early, or else the moment the hunter uses Ridicule, he'll be down. So let's see. Transforms Ridicule out. Unfortunately though, Do misses a trap, goes for the blink hit, but misses to a bit too hasty on Hoshin's part, allowing the Asian Wolf to last a bit longer. But the moment he switches out of Lewis form, this would be the end, because he has no more flywheel effect, so all it takes is for one pessimistic, or doesn't even need that, and he will be down. And now we're talking that this is only 3 ciphers, and free and for 320% cipher progress, and we already have 1 elimination, and literally everyone else here are fragile against the breaking wheel. It'll be very hard for them to get all 3 of them out. So we can see currently it's going out after the barmaid though, and the barmaid already is 2-1, but uses fly with that. I'm not sure if that's the best one there though. And now just vaulting around, trying to prolong the kite for a bit, because the barmaid does not want to go down under any circumstance. But if he's just gonna run on the open like that, eventually he's going to get hit like that. So yeah, with that, he can choose to chair or not chair, which chooses not to chair and go for all-out field control and not letting the survive be that easy. And sniffs out the first officer hiding, and now the first officer, Cosmos, have to make a run for it, or else this will be dangerous. And even gets that trap. Oh my goodness. Cosmos, or rather Hoshin's traps, are very on point throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a good job getting these downs very quick, and now this is looking really bad for the survivors. He knows where Kishi went down, he's gonna immediately head towards Choco Ganji here, and so now this is looking really dire for the survivors. Gonna be trying to down Choco Ganji as fast as possible here. We do have Flywheel here for her to use, so at least a chance to maybe kite as much as possible. Barmaid now gonna be taking the self heal, but yet Hessian immediately making the switch, doesn't want to give a potential backdoor here from the side of Kishi, as now we are gonna see he is actually at Kishi right now. I wonder if the Doblin's gonna pop on time, because it's super close actually from the side of Kishi. Seems as if it's gonna actually pop right there, but unfortunately, I mean, the rotation here is not looking super great, and Kishi's actually gonna get down very quickly here. Gonna be going for the rescue, but this is looking worse and worse for the survivors. Switch to Peeper there, and now he's gonna be making the switch to a survivor.
Yeah, because Barmy already used up the exit path though, so you can just leave it on the ground considering that they're insolent. But here, oh, swaps, and just decides to drop Peepers and field control. So let's see though. We do see Choco Ganji trying to make his way towards the heal of the Barmaid. But this is going to be pretty difficult considering the survivors are not in a good position right now. And also like because it's insolent, so the self-heal max value is going to be in play, and now you can just share the psychologist, leave the barmaid bleeding on the ground, and then that means the first officer is the last person standing that can run freely.
Yeah, and I was very surprised because Choco Ganji had access to the flywheel there, but decides not to use it and instead get hit by the max presence. So I'm not sure about that play here. First officer gonna be trying to go for the dungeon here as Barmaid slowly but surely bleeding out now. But unfortunately, Cosmo is gonna get caught here by Hessian. This might just be a 4K uses the final watch here from the side of the first officer, but unfortunately that's not gonna be stalling enough time. He even gets the spike there while Poseidon watch was on play here. Now that's gonna be the second spike using the max presence. That's gonna be a snap, a down, and that's gonna be a 4K here from the side of Hessian, and AR will be your first ever grand finals team here.
Yep, they're gonna surrender. They know it's over. So with that, congratulations to Team Aquarius for managing to defeat Team Lunasomnia advance. But for Team Lunasomnia, the match is still their journey is still not over, because they are going to head down to the lower brackets now, where they'll be facing against either Team Team Hotpot or Team Alex Love, whoever advances up from them. So congratulations to Team Aquarius, a beautiful job done. So now that we're at it, it's just a very beautiful performance from both their Serf and Hunter.
Agreed. I mean, I feel like it was just a dominant showing here, as we just saw last time as well when they played against AL, and I feel like that really shows just how good this team is. After all, they've been Decoa, these players, so it makes sense that they're doing such an amazing job. But the fact that they're doing it at such dominant fashion, 16-2 here, I mean, you have to admit sometimes it does get kind of scary to think the way that they are playing right now. And again, for LSN, a job well done. As much as they unfortunately lost this match, a chance to maybe make a redemption, as they will be on the losers bracket still.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, it's still possible for both teams. Yeah, hold on, let's see if they're gonna interview.
Yeah, and I guess while we're waiting for the interview, at least see if they are gonna send an interviewer here or interviewee here.
Let's go to the right VC first.
All right. Yep. Yeah, going back to the point I want to mention, I mean, for AR, they can kind of chill here. I mean, they have secured their grand final spot, and they can watch these other three teams now actually fight it out to get that last spot here at the grand finals. Meanwhile, for LSN as well as Hot Pot and AL, actually, they are all now going to be fighting over that final spot here. We are going to see Hot Pot AL later. And after that, the winner of that match is going to be facing LSN. So definitely, again, not yet over for these teams, but it is now an uphill battle. And one more mistake, and so that's going to be out for you in this tournament.
Yep, definitely. So, Team Aquarius will be waiting in the finals, and for here, one wrong step for Lunasomnia, and they're going to be out. So yeah, we're gonna be waiting for around a few minutes to see if Aquarius wants to send any interviewers. If no, we can proceed to the exhibition matches. Yeah, we're probably gonna do like maybe around two exhibition matches, and then we'll pause the. I'll end the stream, and I'll see y'all at 8 p.m.
Agreed. I will be commentating their matches. Although, if anyone in chat wants to see me play, I mean, just let us know. Sorry, but I mean, we are going to be seeing Jong. You're going to be playing later, so I'm super excited to commentate on that. And actually, as well, I believe as one of our staff, someone who's helped us and make this tournament actually very much possible, Sneaky's going to be playing. And maybe some of you guys are familiar with Sneaky, a really strong hunter actually behind the scenes. So Sneaky also going to be playing, I believe, later down the line here with Jong. So I'm very excited to see these exhibition matches as we take the downtime here from between the match between Hot Pot and AL still later at 8 p.m. Unfortunately, it does seem as if Aquarius is not going to be available for the exhibition, but Lunasomnia is going to be available. So
yeah, Lunasomnia will be around. So all right, so we're going to do two matches, one against me and one against Sneaky. So yeah,
yeah, so while Jong is sorting it out here, again, previously mentioned, Jong is going to be playing as well as Sneaky. And again, Sneaky is one of our staff here. Shout out to Sneaky.
And honestly, we all already know who she is. She also like participated in the COA qualifiers.
Yep. So
oh yeah, if that's the case, I have to swap because I need to show it on stream. So I need to swap my mini onto my laptop and then my real account on my phone.
But also,
yeah.
I guess one thing that is
Nyashi, Cosmos just say they need a survivor.
They want me to play. Truly an exhibition match of the ages. Would you? I feel like, wait, hold on, because I wanted to commentate these exhibition matches. But,
I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Like maybe one game, maybe when Sneaky plays, you go down and suffer her wrath. Haha.
We're gonna be I watch. Sorry, if Sneaky's watching this, I watch your videos. I'm a fan. You're so good at the game. I do not want to meet you in rank. Please don't meet me in rank. I'm too low ranked anyway, so just as a heads up, I would not want to go against Sneaky. If I play rank, I wouldn't want to go against Sneaky. Just one of those players is just really good at the game. I mean, she's been at call qualifiers before, and in fact, I believe she was the hunter that helped ZT back in COA 6 qualify. Just couldn't come with them on the global stage, unfortunately. So I mean, she's been there, she's done it. So this is a really strong hunter in general.
Yeah, definitely. So it'll be interesting to see her play. And also see me play, because I've been commentating a lot and never get to play. I want to play.
Yeah, agreed. And I'm actually asking Panda to commentate.
Sure, you can see Panda's around.
Let's see if Panda's around. But yeah, I mean this exhibition match. Honestly, I'm a bit excited. I'm excited to see John play. I'm excited to see Sneaky play. Excited to
I
see
mean, I have
everyone.
not played seriously in rank for a long while, but who knows? Who knows what do I still have up my sleeve?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll 4K here with some surprise hunter that he's totally
He
not told
he
me
said
off stream.
he said that no, Sneaky said that she need to do something, so I'll go first, I guess.
All right.
Basically, what will happen is I will stream on my mini. I'll use on my laptop, play on my phone. I'll go and leave. Like I'll leave my laptop here streaming, but I will leave.
Yep.
I'll go to my phone. Leave and play.
All right.
Yeah.
So, so guys, don't worry. Jong is not cheating.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I mean, to be fair, this is an exhibition match. What good is there for me to cheat in exhibition?
Exhibit. Imagine, that'd be hilarious. Invite me actually before you forget.
Are you playing a Survivor or no?
I'm not playing Survivor. I'm gonna be watching them because if someone needs to commentate the matches, John,
All right.
I'm the only one around. Alright, it seems that they got the Survivors sorted out here. And Jung, feel free to deafen as you wish.
Yeah.
I'll be coming to my commentary here.
Oh,
are we gonna
wait.
do bans? Or are
Of
we
course
just
we're gonna do bans. Come on.
Alright. Okay, we're gonna do full bans as well. Exhibition match, guys.
BO1, right?
It is BO1, yes.
Yeah,
of
sure.
course. All BO1s, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Wait, they work. Hold on. Wait. Let me try it again.
Alright. Yeah, because it's still on normal mode.
Wait. Where is the this is the wrong mode.
Yeah. So it seems as if the map's gonna be Ever Sleeping Town. We're gonna be commentating this. It's gonna be really fun, I have to say. And it's gonna be, Team LSN Survivors up against Team Jong or Team Staff. Yes,
Lol.
Team Staff. Here, we got Team Staff, 2 hunters. We got no survivors.
Haha. Okay.
Maybe we could convince Sneaky and maybe Sultan to play Survivor.
I'll turn off the scoreboards because this is just an exhibition match.
Yep. We should make a logo for the staff team.
Oh, come on. Alright then, I'm nervous. Haha.
Alright, John.
Alright, wish me luck. Good luck.
You muted. John, don't forget to mute.
No, but I need
Don't
to
forget
leave
to
you.
mute yourself on stream.
Yeah, but I need to leave you.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure if you might forget. But yep, it is gonna be Team LSN versus Jong. It is gonna be absolutely funny. Now I'm gonna let you in, guys, on a little secret that Jong told me. Jong wants to play Wu Chang. He has the Wu Chang profile picture. I wonder where that logic comes from here. With now gonna be seeing the forward and priestess ban potentially here from the side of Jong. And I mean, since this is actually gonna be refreshing it, he's gonna think of it a priestess, and it seems as if he's gonna actually lock in on that meteorologist ban. So deciding to let the forward up and running here. And I think part of that reason has to do, if we're thinking again that this is gonna be a Wu Chang, forward at least can get countered by the fact that we have the black guard and just being able to kind of stun her, and white guard just being able to make up the distance. And we also see from the side of LSN Survivors, as soon as they recognize that he didn't ban the forward, just immediately picks it. Alright, we are back. Okay. And they are, oh my god, they're doing triple harasser. Jong is also secretly a Naiad main. I believe he got a badge with Naiad. So if he doesn't want to play, Wu Chang, he could play Naiad again. Instead, run with that route. But I mean, I feel like he should play Wu Chang. I mean, it would be much more fun, and then he brings excitement because it's funnier. But yeah, LSN with a triple, in fact quadruple, I guess, harasser comp. I mean, if you consider Thief to be a harasser, Thief can get absolutely cooked by the Wu Chang, considering again the white hitbox for the Wu Chang here, white guard hitbox. So on the side of their survivors, I mean, this is also it's really funny the traits here. We have Cosmos on a build called Let Me Cook. You know, he wants let him cook, man. Honestly, let him cook. And that Asian Wolf, Yeehaw, Escape or ESC. Meanwhile, meanwhile, Thief on Composer build. Not really sure. I have a hunch what this build is. Apparently there was one time where oh my god, he's gonna okay, wait, hold on. Take everything I said back. Hell Ember Jong. I get that this is an exhibition match. Maybe not Hell Ember though. Hullabaloo from the side of Jong. He's gonna play the meta. He's like, I don't care. You're gonna run triple harassment. I'm gonna play excitement. With the Hullabaloo. Though it's actually really interesting because forward actually does, dividends against the Hullabaloo with the. I believe there was an adjustment to the Pyrotechnus ball when it comes to the Hulla. So, Hulla gonna be in a build called 6-9 Winky Face. Gonna be absolutely fire of a build. And actually, I want to go back to what I was saying about Garbage Hag's build. Apparently, this might just be a single trait on the build of Garbage Hag. And yeah, we are gonna see it's just 12 only from the side of Garbage Hag as everyone else bringing 12 as well. So actually really bad for the Hulla here. 12-6 for the forward, 12-9s for the batter and the cowboy. And it's gonna be absolutely, it's gonna be kind of hilarious the way they're gonna be playing this. And I'm curious, Invisible Jong for quadruple harassers, as previously mentioned, to face here. Meanwhile, for the survivors of LSN, come on guys, we should at least get an escape here. I know that we're playing kind of trolly, but we gotta get an escape. Come on, we gotta do this. Gotta do it for the fans, because I know there are a lot of Samia fans actually, especially with how some of the matches have gone over the past few days. All right, we are going to be heading right into this match now. I'm muting every now and then because I need to catch my breath a bit. As we are going to see LSN Survivors up against D1, the only Invisible Jong, now making himself visible here on stream. And he is going to be heading towards that Asian Wolf. Not sure if I like that move because I am like 90% sure that Asian Wolf is a Hullabaloo main in secret. We are going to be seeing, they're going to be decoding, and it seems, yeah, they're going to be decoding some ciphers here. Gonna try to get a hit. I believe he does manage to get the mud ball here on the side of that Asian Wolf. Let's see here, this second double surprise is going to be very crucial. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually get the hit there, so that's going to be an unfortunate waste here from the side of Invisible Jong. He did get the mud ball here, but that Asian Wolf, look at that lasso. He's going to be making so much distance already, and we do see excitement from the side of Invisible Jong. Going to be trying to go for another double surprise, but a huge whiff there once again. And Invisible Jong, man, you gotta get one of these double surprises. Unfortunately not gonna be able to because the cooldown is running out here. Now he's gonna try to get the ball there. Unfortunately does not, and actually Cowboy has done such a good job. He's managed to kite out the mud ball. So now Invisible Jong, starting in the very beginning, seems as if it's really problematic here for Jong. The way that Asian Wolf is making a lot of distance. Flywheel even comes in just to dodge one of the balls, and actually very surprised that double surprise didn't hit there. And another lasso. I mean, that Asian Wolf doing a good job here. And look at this, ciphers are getting really high in progress. And I mean, this is a team again. They did get to the winners finals for a reason. So I mean, they are there. There's a reason why they are here. I'm very surprised some of these are missing, but I'm not sure as to why. We are gonna see here that Asian Wolf gonna be managing to still whiff all of these hits from Zhang here. At this point, they've kited 3 ciphers. The thief is now coming into play, but he might actually get switched on here, as we do see now. Does seem as if he's finally making the switch towards Garbage Hag. Tries to go for the flywheel, unfortunately, to no avail. And now Thief is gonna take a hit. First hit for Invisible Zhang. Now we do see Forward tries to go for the stun, and unfortunately does not work here from the side of the Survivor. And now they're actually okay. They're just gonna be both body blocking here. I wonder if we are gonna see the jump now from the side of the Survivors. Cowboy finally takes a hit. They're all here at the same area, and now Forward may actually take a hit very soon because he's 1 mud ball away, and he doesn't even get the flywheel either. They're all here. The batter as well is in the vicinity. This is absolute madness. Someone please the code, man. We are gonna see here Cowboy actually a mud ball away, so I'm very surprised he's not committed to that character. Instead, he's gonna be going to the Forward, who is the one snowball ice ball away here from a hit. Now Forward does have a bunch of football to work with. Can we get the hit here? And Cosmos is going to be going down. The first down here for Invisible John, as everyone else is injured. One thing to note, Cowboy for some reason has a syringe already. Meanwhile, Batter, I think he's going to be going for the rescue. That's going to be on Kishizaki here from the side of from the side of the Survivors of Ellis, and they are finally decoding the ciphers after the absolute debacle that was a while ago. So we are gonna see here Invisible John gonna be trying to get some hits here right now. We do see Pyrotechnist does come into play. We're gonna be trying to go for the mud ball, unfortunately just to no avail. Thief casually saying you're on your own here. We are gonna see Kiki is gonna be getting this rescue though right on time. Tries to go for the stun, but unfortunately does not get it right there. And we are gonna see Forward gonna be using the last of his football to maybe get some work done here. Unfortunately, he is gonna be officially going down. The ciphers are up and running, but Garbage Hag might be switched on here from the side of Invisible John. I wonder if Abnormal is gonna come into play. We are gonna see here he's now made the switch to Garbage Hag here, as we are gonna see now Kishi just staying there. I think he's literally just emoting actually from the side of the Survivors, and Garbage Hag trying to decode the cipher. He is gonna go for the Abnormal as we saw, and that is gonna be, I believe, Abnormal, but oh wait, hold on, he actually canceled the Abnormal here. He canceling it again. I'm done. And finally gets the Abnormal off there from the side of Invisible John. Cosmos now has to live here. Mikishizaki, and he's gonna be trying to harass, tries to go for the stun, but I mean that push was absolutely terrible there. 0 push game here from the side of Kishi. We are gonna see here that's actually gonna be 2 hits now from Cosmos. 1 more actually ice ball remaining. Now can we get the flywheel? Does manage to actually get the flywheel. They're doing good job. Oh my god, these Survivors are trying their best to keep this alive. Now he's gonna be switching to Garbage Hag here, but now we're actually gonna get the heal on the Forward. We are gonna see here he's now 1 mod ball away, and it's gonna be a down from Garbage Hag. Will he make the switch? He even gets pallets. Are they actually gonna just continue healing the Forward here? Decides not to actually, and now they're gonna be trying to force the cipher. Keep in mind they do not have the borrowed time here for working. Now has the Thief for some reason. Thief flashlight there, as we are gonna see they're gonna be making a switch here, and so no detention here from the side of Survivors. Whenever they're just gonna go for the pop, they go for the pop here, and Kishizaki actually staying within the vicinity, hoping to harass for Cosmos here. Meanwhile, they're trying to open the gate. That Asian Wolf now also within the vicinity, but he doesn't even have a lasso to maybe go for the harass. Now Cosmos is getting force healed here, so good stuff here from the Survivors. This might actually be a 4 escape if they don't they play this properly. Tram is actually gonna come into play here. Oh my god, that Tram might actually saved Cosmos there, as we are gonna see double surprise coming into play. Does manage to get the down on Cosmos. Now he needs to get the injured here on the batter Cowboy gets injured. We do need to see, yep, he's now going to be heading towards Kishizaki, and he is going to be able to get a hit, but Flywheel negates the effect here from the side of Kishizaki, so he needs to now lock in on the survivor. We are gonna see the heal is coming in clutch. What is going on in this game? Honestly, it is insanity the way this game is going. Kishizaki gonna be trying to force the heal here. They want the 4 escape so badly right now. We are gonna see Kishizaki is gonna be switched on right now, and this is gonna be a down here from Kishi. We do see the survivors are gonna be trying to go for the harass, unfortunately to no avail, because they cannot, again, Cowboy doesn't have any more lasso remaining here. We are gonna see that is gonna be at least one survivor out. Gonna be trying to heal the survivor here. That Asian Wolf, good weave there to recognize that Ice Ball is gonna come in clutch. I wonder if he's gonna go for the vault. Manages to weave it once more. Unfortunately, Cowboy is gonna be going down, but Kishi's still up and running and has 2 balls. There is the tram now to maybe stall additional time. Pyrotechnics ball here from the side of Kishi, and actually as the time goes, Cowboy a chance to maybe go for the dungeon, but wait, hold on, or sorry, try to go escape via the gate, and he does actually get it. But Garbage Hag and Batter, I'm gonna be using the tram to try and make an escape here. This is kind of funny, honestly. Invisible Jong gonna be trying to make his way towards Kishizaki, who's finally seeing Garbage Hag getting hit by the tram. Not sure if Jong realizes that just happened. Tried to go for the dash and maybe goes for the hit. Unfortunately, unable to do just that. Now, Garbage Hag gonna be using the wand here, and he's actually making the switch to Garbage Hag. Not sure if I like this move here from Invisible Jong, as we are gonna see he's gonna be trying his best to kite some additional time here from the side of the survivors. Keep in mind, dungeon is all the way at the at the fake gate actually. So I wonder, is Garbage Hag just gonna be going for the gate maybe after this hit, considering that he does have veteran? Yep, he is now going to be eyeing maybe to try and go for the gate. Unfortunately, just not fast enough, and now Garbage Hag going to be, I think, officially going down here. Doing a good job baiting Jong. He baits it multiple times there, actually, and now Kishi going to be trying to go for the harassment. Unfortunately, Jong gets the pickup now, and I mean, they should probably just go for the tie, but I mean, Kishizaki actually going to be going for the down here. Kishi very close to actually getting hit by the trap, but a terror shot for Invisible Jong, and that's gonna be a trick from Jong's and GG's. And it seems as if the casters win once again. Staff
Nah,
underrated,
honestly, I
we
guess
are so good at this game. But, yeah,
honestly, if there's one thing
there.
Honestly, if there's one thing we learned, and that is exactly why I'm not in competitive. That's exactly why I'm not in competitive for LOL.
Yeah, I mean, that was a diabolical game. I just
No, honestly, I wanted to pull up Wu Chang so bad, but that team comp just scared me out of it.
Yeah, and now Jong, good job, tree kill here to win. The win IMR casters versus, or sorry, staff versus players. How do you feel about this win?
Nah, honestly, if they just played it normally, there was no way. Well, if there's one thing I learned is that I should have ignored the cowboy, because I never got the distance. Holy crap!
Yeah, oh my god, I did not expect cowboy to work so well here.
Yeah, I did not expect that too. Like I knew forward was a bad idea, but I did not expect the cowboy to kite me out like that. But I guess with that we know why I am not in competitive. I mean, to be fair, I never really made it to dragon, so my skill has always been this. So yeah, that's that. Now, for the correct showcase here.
So we are back again. My phone for some reason connected to a Bluetooth speaker, but now I am back here. Yep, Jong with the win here. 3K. So now casters are up 1-0 here. Caster/staff, team staff, up here 1-0, up against Team LSN, who is the who is one of the teams here in this tournament. Unfortunately, we'd wish to do this with AR as well. They have some stuff that they need to kind of work on and sort out, so unfortunately not going to be here. But next up now is going to be Sneaky.
Now the correct showcase time.
Very, very exciting, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, just now I wanted to play Wu Chang, but that team comp, I'm like, no, I cannot.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, please don't play. I mean, maybe
honestly,
maybe you would blink Naiad or something. I
No,
don't know.
honestly, I was thinking between Disciple, but I'm thinking since I don't really get to play a lot of Hala at rank, may as well as try it out.
Agreed, and I mean Shriek, man, gotta get the wins you get. Even though that was an absolutely diabolical endgame. From the
I mean, to be fair, it was just about having fun there, but yeah,
Yep.
that's that.
But now I mean
Now for an actual good hunter that not called Invisible Jung, because I think that is really a good showcase of why Jung is not in competitive scenes. So, but anyways, let's see.
Now we got the one of the best hunters actually we have in the current Southeast Asia scene, even though they don't compete as much as they used to. In fact, I don't think I've seen them compete in a long time. They are still one of the best players that we have seen, and a very good staff here from the side of the Manor Regulars team. It's gonna be Sneaky up against Allison once again. It was initially supposed to be up against AR, but again, just kind of scheduling conflicts, so unable to get that sorted. But still, Sneaky playing. I mean, that is gonna be one match worth watching.
Yeah. We're kind of waiting for them to ready up.
Yep.
That Asian wolf can be kicked out of the lobby. What? Oh. Got it. Wait, Nyashi, are you in here?
I'm not yet. Please invite me. Thank you. Yeah, and we are now gonna be seeing here. It's gonna be Sneaky, man. Getting to peak tier with a 97% win rate. That's just skill, honestly. I can never do that. If there's any good hunters out there, I'm up for grabs, guys. Please coach me.
Well, yeah. Honestly, the thing is that I was never a good hunter, so yeah. Please, any assistance is preferred. But honestly, like I'll say this: I never had a cowboy kite through me like that in ranked or in quick match too. So that I guess they're at peak tier for a reason.
And holy smokes, I did not expect that cowboy to work out so well here.
Same.
For this.
I never really had distance for that game.
Yeah, but now here, Atlas and Survivors up against Sneaky. I wonder if they're gonna go quadruple harasser again. Maybe
I mean, Sneaky is definitely prepared. I mean, Sneaky has probably seen way more than me, to be fair.
It does seem as if they're going to be picking the Wildling maybe. But they're actually running out of time, so they need to pick Quick and Wildling Composer. Very
looks like this time
2 picks.
This time looks like they are more prepared.
Yeah, kind of. Not really. I mean, this comp is... Wildling Composer are not the strongest characters either. But I mean, definitely a bit better, as we are gonna see. Okay, Little Girl now from the side of their Survivors as well. Yeah, this composition. I mean, it isn't quadruple harasser, but to say that it's not that good either would be kind of an understatement.
I honestly, honestly, I swear the reason they picked like that was because they knew I might pull up Wu Chang.
They were like, no, Wu Chang for you. Maybe
I wanted to play him, but how am I going to pull that out against that? Like even 2 harassers, I'll be like, screw it. But like literally three harasser and 1 semi harasser, like come on.
We are gonna see Cheerleader actually, and I guess this is kind of an Ivy counter comp if you ask me, with the way they're playing both Composer and Cheerleader. But I mean, Little Girl, Wildling, Little Girl, we saw have like this weird fringe meta where she brings the doctor build, I believe, and then just be a fast healer that has a lot of mobility. And Wildling, still a decent pick against the opera singer, I guess. But I mean, this composition, if you want to rate it out of 10, I'd say like a solid 3 out of 10 here in terms of composition. But I mean, this is exhibition matches. Don't be too strict on them when it
Yeah,
comes to this.
yeah. Honestly, it's just here to have fun. And genuinely, if it was ranked, I would have probably pulled out a disciple just now. But yeah, just here to have fun and enjoy it while we're at it. Lol.
Yep, and so now, I wonder what Sneak he's gonna use. I wonder if he's gonna go with the meta pick.
I mean,
if
Sneaky
he's- if
plays
he's
like
gonna-
everything.
I wonder if Dream Witch even, like, possibly. We know Sneaky is that, OG Dream Witch main, honestly. One of the OGs that we've seen play Dream Witch before. But no, it does seem it's a Shadow from the side of Sneaky here. I'm excited, honestly.
Well, Shadow against a sort of Shadow countercom, so I guess Sneaky is going to be like, screw this, I'm going to pull it out anyways.
Yep, I mean, this is very actually very interested to see how this would go for the survivors here. Because we are gonna see they're gonna be actually. I didn't realize that it was actually Leo's memory until just now. The traits are a bit better. I'm not sure if you noticed that the thief only had flywheel, and just flywheel, the entire game. And
No.
like exit.
I just knew
he
that
only
multiple
had
flywheels.
Yeah, he only had flywheel the entire game.
I mean,
You can look at their-
we were just there, lol.
Yep. Actually, I'm very surprised. I thought Choco Ganji was gonna play the cheerleader because he's the cheerleader main, but no, gonna be playing the little girl instead. Actually, and once again, does seem as if the majority did not bring borrowed time this time. Though they at least brought one with the cheerleader, so I'm excited again to see how this fares here from the side of the survivors. Sneaky, Ivy, he's just really good. I mean, you cannot. There's a lot of things that we could talk about Sneaky, but I feel like it just boils down to Sneaky's really good.
Yeah, you just have to know that Sneaky is very good, then you're done.
Yep, don't really have to overthink it. It's as simple as is,
Yeah, so we're gonna be heading into the game of the second exhibition match, and yeah. Honestly, just now I genuinely wonder what would happen if I pulled out Wu Chang, but I have a feeling I already know.
You're just gonna be like, we're gonna be absolutely fried if you pick the.
I mean, I also got fried the way I also got fried just now.
Yeah,
Anyways.
true though.
Yeah. Well,
Cannot lie with them.
well, that's what happens. Anyways, let's see. We're gonna see how well is Sneaky going to be up against that.
Yep, now we are gonna see Spawn here for Sneaky here. I wonder who's gonna chase first. Multiple options here, to be honest. Little Girl probably the weakest character or weakest link here from the team, but he might actually just go for the Composer instead, as he is seeming gonna be leeching the Composer now. Seems as if he's gonna be just pressuring the Cyphers here now. Gonna be at Cosmos.
Yep, Cosmo's gonna make a run for it though. So Cheerleader, but the thing is that Cheerleader, the moment she gets leech, you can just use a Pommel Accelerate, but Sneak is able to trap the Cheerleader and start into running away, and he actually ran into Choco Ganji's locked Cypher. This means that early game wise, there are like 2 survivors that have not decoded, so the Cypher's progress will be a bit slower here. And oh, nice Palaman game from Cosmos, and this is not the best start for Sneaky because we see there's a considerable gap between Sneaky and the Cheerleader, and the Cheerleader still has one more Inspire to use.
Yeah, does decide to finally use. Oh, it does actually manage to get the 100 corruption there on the side of Sneaky, and Blink is gonna be ready. Fortunately for them, this is Cheerleader we're talking about, so Pom Poms just immediately making distance is just gonna be the main plan here for Cosmos to at least stall out the Blink. As we are gonna see Garbage Hag actually gonna get a very close to 100 suspicion. Luckily, does not get just that, and he's actually making the switch to this because he does recognize that Cheerleader can just use the distance, and he's just gonna second leech maybe Cosmos later on here. But one thing to recognize is that Cosmos actually has two pom-poms to use. Garbage Hag actually taking a hit there and giving additional presence. Not sure how I feel about that. There, can we get the vault? Unfortunately does not, but that's going to be a blink down here. Trying to use the pom-pom to dodge it, unfortunately just doesn't work. And actually, for the survivors, 4 ciphers remaining, but that might actually be basement here from the side of Sneaky.
Yeah, Sneaky will be cheering though, so this is not looking good for the survivors right now, considering there's only 2 in the stuff cipher, because the early game rotation of them were a bit off, and Wildling already coming in instantly, not allowing Sneaky to try and pull off any tricks. But still, I don't think this is the best move, because we do see ended up like Cheerleader is gonna go down anyway. So yeah, this is not looking too good.
Yeah, we are going to see, can Chokoganji manage to use the flywheel there? He does manage to, and he is going to try to use the page, but unfortunately that page kind of a bit skewed there, so Chokoganji might actually still take the hit. Will he go? It doesn't actually go for the pallet mind game. Actually, he's not going to make the switch to Cosmos, not wanting to waste additional time here. And actually, for the survivors, I mean, still 3 ciphers remaining, so not what you fully want, because Hunter is already at max presence, but I mean, progress is pushing, and Chokoganji gonna be able to finish the cipher here because, you know, unable to leech the little girl just yet. It's still on the cooldown. Chokoganji actually, okay, there we go. I thought he was gonna try to leave the cipher, but fortunately recognizes that he won't get leeched in time, as now Kishi gonna be making a new cipher, and Garbage Hag actually gonna be dashing all the way towards this Cheerleader here, who does have double pom-poms here to maybe solve additional time.
Yeah, definitely just here to stall for additional time here. Wildling gonna come on in, but there is also like a Ostracon here, so you need to watch out the corruption. Wildling just dancing around 57, 59, 87. Hold on, flywheel effect is able to pull off the rescue though, the nick of time, but unfortunately, this result Cheerleader not able to rebound. Kind of Wildling will take another hit, so now we're looking to us, like the Cheerleader will be sent back to the Manor. This is slowly but surely into Sneaky's game, just because the last 3 survivors are like 1.5 ciphers still remain, or it was 1.5 ciphers that still remain, and Sneaky can still go full out and try to get the next person.
Yeah, Wildling actually going to be heading into this board very early on. Doesn't actually realize that Leech is not on him just yet, but I guess he doesn't want to risk too much on maybe getting potentially chased. However, as soon as this, you know, cooldown of the board comes off here for Garbage Hag, I think he's immediately going to get switched on here. And Chokoganji trying to decode the cipher here at Shack. Garbage Hag trying to actually decode. I'm not really sure if I like that play, because Max Person is going to come in and down him. And actually, this is looking pretty bad for the survivors here. Considering that they have no more Tide Turner, the cipher is going to get pressured here from Chokoganji. Kishi actually went in the vicinity. I'm not sure if he's going to be the one to rescue here, but we are going to see Chokoganji is going to get pressured here. He was actually going to make the TP to Little Girl, but, you know, instead Little Girl just immediately dipping out, and a Garbage Hag actually staying within the vicinity. Kishi gonna be going all the way to that other side here to maybe try and get some decoding progress off, while Sneaky tries to pressure this Little Girl.
Yeah, but this cipher is already getting pretty high in progress though, so Sneaky would definitely have to be very cautious on his plan there, because this Little Girl is getting a lot of progress. I think there was a bit of an error on Sneaky's side for allowing that, because now all of a sudden that cipher is up to 67%. I think like he should have done better in like pressuring on that cipher, because now that cipher is a lot, and Sneaky probably would not dare to leave that cipher by too much.
Yeah, he is going to be putting down his leech here on Chokoganji, and actually going to be immediately making the teleport. 100 now suspicion here for Little Girl, as we are going to be seeing Sneaky unable to leech the Wildling just yet. Kishi actually going to be trying to make his way back to the cipher, while Wildling going to be going all the way up to the other cipher there, right at the corner. Actually, Kishi now gonna be running towards the Hunter here. Cooldown still on his skill just now, and Chokoganji actually within the vicinity as well. They are decoding a new cipher here, but this is Wildling we're talking about, so the cipher is gonna be relatively slower than they want it to be. Little Girl should probably not be in this vicinity, and maybe just like try to get away as much as possible, because he does need to stall additional time, and Blink is going to be up and running here in case Sneaky wants to commit to that survivor.
Yeah, so let's see what will Sneaky's plan be. Like, this is going to be a good test of her field controlling skills, but seems like the plan is to try and main body guard the cipher and the one to go at the Wildling. Because currently Sneaky has a little bit out of control right now, so Let's see though, because Wildling can get scared off the board. That's why Wildling will prematurely hop on the board here, and this is why Wildling is so good in a game like this. Games like this, because like Sneaky can't really do much, but Sneaky does have blink though, so maybe she can find an opportunity to try and get the blink down on someone, and in this case it's gonna be the little girl.
Yeah, it does seem as if he's actually hovering towards Garbage Hag. And the thing is, like, Sneaky's not making a significant progress here. Yes, he's stopping the cipher at Shaq here, but the thing is they're already decoding new ciphers. We can see Composer actually decoding that cipher all the way at Moongate, and we are going to be seeing, yep, doing an impressive job, actually, 60%, very close to finishing. And now I think Wildling also actually going to be, trying to get the 100 corruption there, does manage to do just that. And now he does need to stall additional time because Wildling's just going to start decoding. Little girl is within the vicinity, but I mean, Blink is ready. The problem is that none of them actually brought, again, the borrowed time that was on the cheerleader that was chased first. So, I mean, they are trying to finish the cipher, trying to get the Wildling cipher up and running here, but still at 70%. They're trying to do a good job trying to get as much progress as possible. I think at some point they need to start considering whether they want to maybe heal, because if any of them kind of get down here, it's going to look really tough for the survivors.
Yeah, but the thing against an Ivy is that you do not really get to heal as an Ivy. And the issue right now though is because the fact that the Wildling already destroyed the Ostercon, pretty much there is no chance for Sneaky to stop that cipher. But the thing is that neither all three survivors on the field does not have borrowed time, as you mentioned, so they probably just have to pop because there's no way they're gonna pull this rescue off. So the safe bet is to just pop and try to play for one man, which is gonna be the case here. And Wildling, as soon as he gets spotted out, he can just easily hop onto the board. So let's see though, because like the thing is that the other survivor, the little girl, is at the other side of the gate, and I don't think Sneaky can exactly stop that in time. And this also means that the Wildling is free to run towards the dungeon if he wants to.
Yeah, but he's actually running towards the hunter here and actually trying to go for the rescue. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get just that. Garbage Hag trying to now make distance here. Unfortunately, Boar is going to be ending here, and Blink is going to happen. So that's going to be 8 down here. Yo-yo from the side of Wildling, and 1 escape from the survivors though. So, I mean, good stuff, but the win still goes to Team Staff. Let's go Team Staff on this one.
Well, Team Staff time. Well, I mean, honestly, to be fair, that's that.
Yeah, but I have to admit, for how diabolical this composition was, they did make the most of that late game. So honestly, impressive showing for both teams here. Both Sneaky and the survivors of LSN trying to make that comeback there. I think they really, kind of the fact that they didn't have borrowed time kind of just came back to bite them in the end. But honestly, an escape is an escape. Sometimes that's more than enough. So GG's to LSN, but Team Staff, we are 2-0, and that's gonna be...
I mean, honestly, there's a huge... Wait, Cosmos wants to play. Wait.
Oh.
Wants to play against me again.
Oh, okay. You should ask them if they want to play against me. They always go against me though, so that's kind of funny.
No, the thing with you is that they always play against you.
Yeah, they always go against me. Bully the laggy host. But yeah, I guess this is gonna be the last match here. Jong once again. Maybe a chance to finally play Wu-Tang. Maybe. Maybe this is it. So
well, time to see me get bullied because it's a Manticore host.
Hey, you never know, man.
I mean, to be fair, I did made it to Dragon once, honestly.
Guys, this is the former B badge. Was it B badge or C badge?
I made it to A badge Wu-Chang and an EU, but that was like 6 years ago.
That was I didn't even know you played an EU fact.
Because I studied at the UK.
I did not know about this. This is some crazy lore drops, honestly.
I studied at the UK.
But hey, guys, former badge Nayad, former badge Wu-Chang. This is my goat, Jong, the host of this tourney here, and hopefully maybe another win here for Team Staff to end it for the day.
We'll see.
Maybe the next time we do this, we have a survivor team for team staff, so that we could do a full simulation of an actual like tournament set. But unfortunately, we are kind of not free of survivors here. Unless Sneaky and Salted are both here, but you know, I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see this. Sit from the side of the survivors and the hunter, John. You are the hunter after all.
Yeah.
Wait, let me.
I'm
invite
jonging
you
on
again.
it. What do you mean jonging? Come on.
What happened? What happened?
Wait, I'm asking them what round do they want.
Oh, okay. Yep, and this is gonna be the final one for the day, and then later on again, 8 p.m. AL versus Hot Pot. Do not miss that because one team is gonna be making their bid here at the losers finals, and then the other will be going home. So two very formidable teams. They have it's kind of two different sides. You have AL who started at that at the top of the bracket, lost to Aquarius, but fortunately for them, managed to make that comeback, get the win against SOQ. Wait, sorry, was it? Yeah, it was SOQ to secure their. Oh no, sorry, not SOQ. No, they won against team Shadow Monarch.
Actually, are you even in the lobby?
Yeah, I'm not yet. Can you invite me again?
No, the game started. I did not. I invited you. Wait, see it through my Discord. See it through my Discord.
Yeah. We're great at this. Okay, John, when you're ready, you may mute, you may deafen. Don't forget to mute yourself on stream. I don't think you muted yourself on stream. Not sure. But all right, we are gonna see. Okay, so last game we saw quadruple harassers. This game seems as if it's gonna be quadruple decoders, and the Explorer band to be like, nope, you're not playing Explorer, because we do know Garbage actually has a badge on Explorer. So yeah, I mean, makes sense why they're gonna ban it here. Or it does make some sense to ban it. Kind of funny though, double decoder here to the side. They are gonna be watching it on this composer now, so that's gonna be 4 decoders here from the side of Team LSN, and Jong. Jong was hoping to play the Wu Chang. Maybe now would be possible. I'm not. I mean, it is quadruple decoder, but come on, man. Former A badge guys in NAEU. We got this. Wu Chang for the win. And don't mind me as I'm actually walking and pacing around right now as I commentate, as I am grabbing something right now. But I'm so excited to watch this match that I just, cannot sit. That's why I'm walking around. But, all right, hold on. I'm gonna be picking here on this match. We do see it seems that the mechanic is going to be on rescuing Judy, considering that he has brought a build called Rescue. So I'm just going to guess that that's going to be a rescuing build with Tree 6. Weird, it wasn't. Long. I wonder if he's going to be picking here. So decide, yes, we are finally going to see it. Wu Chang from the side of Invisible John, and I'm excited to see how this is gonna go. This is a match for the ages. We got 4 decoders up against Wu Chang. I mean, what can I say? This is gonna be insane from this team. I'm a bit excited. Again, this is something that is worth. I mean, Wu Chang. He had the Wu Chang profile picture for a reason. It's obvious because he plays Wu Chang. And with how Wu Chang has been prevalent right now in IVL with Doksha and TZYM playing it, it's gonna be very exciting. This area select is gonna be absolutely hilarious and Jong. gonna be like, what is this? In his head internally. He might even spawn far away just to block the cipher there, actually. But deciding to spawn right beside this Pharaoh Lady here. And I wonder who he's gonna chase. I wonder if he's gonna chase the mechanic first. I wonder if he's gonna chase someone else first. One thing to mention, two of them only brought Tide Turner, and then the other ones brought 12-6 and 6-9 respectively. So all Tide Turners for the rescuers here. A very interesting and bold choice for them. I'm very excited to see though whether John can get this win done. Honestly, Invisible John, he is my goat here. So let's give our round of applause for both teams. So this is going to be another exhibition match. It is going to be John and Andy Wu Chang up against LSN Survivors. So are you ready to witness greatness? Are you ready to witness an absolute masterclass of a match? Honestly, this is Koa level strategies, guys, that we are seeing here in this game. with the 4 decoders is the new meta. I do not know what everyone is tripping on, but yeah, Wu Chang up against the Pharaoh Lady, the mechanic, did they pick prisoner? I'm just calling different names of decoders because I'm pretty sure, at least I know they run all 4 decoders. But yeah, Wu Chang is gonna be the pick here from Invisible Jong. Very iconic character for Invisible Jong, considering that he has been playing this character for a while. He was considering going for the TP here on Cosmos. Unfortunately, Cosmos has actually made the good rotation here. And now I wonder if he's going to teleport to Chahoganji. Actually, does not immediately teleport. He could have probably done that. And actually, Chahoganji going to take an immediate hit potentially here, as we are going to see does manage to get the hit on Chahoganji. It is 12-6 here. I wonder if he's going to see the bot. It's literally right there. He's going to use the peepers. I'm surprised that he isn't seeing the bot just yet. We finally see it, and that's going to be first presence here for Invisible Jong, which is good news for him here. We are going to see pallet drop, but that is a fast pallet breaking here, and Choco Ganji might actually just go down very early on. It's going to be a down here. Invisible Jong, honestly, the greatest Wu Chang of all time, guys. Greatest Wu Chang of all time here. Totally not glazed, as we are going to see he is going to officially going to be getting shared here. Garbage Hag is within the vicinity, and he's actually eyeing on the Cypher. Doesn't seem as if he's known that Garbage Hag's actually already made the early rotation here, as we are going to see. Okay, as we are going to see here, Garbage Hag going to be going for the rescue. I wonder if she's going to go for the double down, decides not to risk it. Okay, I keep on coughing, but now Chahoganji gonna be going down here, unfortunately, for the survivors here. But the good news is, I mean, this is a decoder for decoder composition, so, I mean, what can you say? This is a pretty tough composition to stop decoding. Pharaoh Lady gonna be finishing his cipher. 2 ciphers are well within 60% progress here from the side of the survivors here. We are gonna see. I wonder if that Pharaoh Lady or that Asian Wolf is going to be going for the rescue next, because he also has Tide Turner. He is going to be hovering his umbrella towards the composer there, and now that Asian Wolf is going to be trying to bait this hunter here. Let's see if anything works here. We are going to see that Asian Wolf does manage to bait it once. We are going to see Asian Wolf going to be able to get the rescue. I wonder if he's going to go for the double down. Does manage to get hit through the pallet with the pallet stun. Is he going to go for the teleport here? Choco Ganji has to be very careful here, as the teleport can happen. White Wu Chang comes into form. He even gets hit with a max presence, so there's going to be a down on the Choco Ganji here. We are going to see 2 ciphers remaining here though, but this double down actually doing wonders and works for Invisible Jaw. He even goes Garbage Hag using the roller coaster there to get away from the vicinity of this Wu Chang. Question: does he know where these survivors are here? We are going to see Invisible John going to be making his way towards that Asian Wolf who is injured. Mechanic is trying to heal him up here, but 74%. We might actually see it come and pop off here, but oh my god, the hitbox is diabolical. As we do see Cosmos was like, what are you doing, Pharaoh Lady, with that emote? We are going to see here manages to get the bait on Cosmos, and Invisible John absolutely wrecking the survivors here. This is the greatest match of all time here, as we are going to see Mechanic going to be trying to heal kill herself with a syringe. As we are going to see, keep in mind, John can actually just switch to forms here, but no, he's just going to play the palliate mind game. And he's like, yep, I got you down now. I wonder if he's going to just put the peepers here. Nope, he's going to emote instead for the side of him here. Yep, emote once again, guys. Can we accuse Jong for being toxic here? I'm kidding. We are going to see here, he's just going to stay within the vicinity. Garbage Hag trying to decode as much ciphers as possible, but at this point, they're not gonna get the rescue here on the Pharaoh Lady with the way things are churning out for the survivors. Invisible John gonna be dropping the mechanic here, and I wonder if he's gonna go for the switch. I'm not sure because mechanic might be able to actually get the self heal on time here. So yeah, we are gonna see mechanic gonna be getting the self heal. Will we see the teleport right on time here? This needs to be near accurate here. We are gonna see, unfortunately, just a bit short, but Cosmo's gonna be taking the down there. Tide Turner is gonna be coming into fruition. Unfortunately, tries to go for the body block, but does not manage to block the hunter out of his way, going towards the Pharaoh Lady. We are going to see Pharaoh Lady takes the first presence hit here. That's going to be a last effort pop on the side of the survivors. Mechanic does not have self-heal. Pharaoh Lady is dead on chair, and Composer is injured. This is not looking great. Invisible John with another emote here just to show dominance. And I mean, listen, man. A-Badge, Wu-Chang, and NAEU. What can you expect, honestly? As we are going to see, though, they are going to be able to finish the cipher, so at least one cipher remains now for the side of Team LSN. And, Garbage Hag going to be trying his best to maybe make the distance here, but Invisible John, question, can he get this TP? Oh my god, he gets the TP right dead on here on Garbage Hag. I'm not sure he's just looking at this Garbage Hag here. Not sure when he's gonna go for the hit. He's giving him one full ride to the carousel before he goes for the hit here. As we are gonna see, yep, Garbage Hag enjoying his very last moments, and unfortunately, that's one full ride. You have to pay a price there to keep on riding that carousel, and that's gonna be a 4K for the side of Invisible John. GG's, casters win 3-0. Honestly, why did we staff not compete in this tournament? I'm just saying.
No clue. Yeah, basically, nah. I have to thank them for giving me the chance to pull it out.
Yeah, Wu Chang, my goat, honestly.
No, but jokes aside, I mean he is playable